Hey, I was just trying to edit this post. I'm trying to sell an old pair of jeans, but the post hasn't been getting any hits. I'm talking 0 likes. Can you take a look at it? I have it worded like this. Used jeans for sale. Worn for a year. Slightly faded color. No longer in perfect shape. Priced to sell due to age. I'm thinking that this doesn't have to do with the jeans. Maybe it has to do with the words I'm using. We learned last week that words can have a literal meaning, sure, but they also carry emotional weight with them as well. Knowing which words to use and which words carry distinct emotional meanings is an important part of creating great writing. And this is a skill that poets, such as Robert Frost, masterfully employ. Let's take a look at today's lesson to learn more. In today's video, we will be looking at the difference between denotation and connotation, how it applies to Robert Frost's After Apple Picking, and looking at the assignments you'll be crafting this week. Understanding denotation and connotation can profoundly impact how we interpret and interact with language in our daily lives and in the literature we read. What's more, to truly appreciate poetry, it's crucial to understand the tools poets use. One of those tools is the choice of words, which often goes beyond the surface meaning. Speaking of, let's start with denotation. Denotation is the basic dictionary definition of a word, the straightforward meaning you'd find if you looked the word up. Connotation goes a little deeper. Connotation is the feeling or idea that a word gives beyond its actual definition. It's the extra emotion the word carries with it. Connotation evokes ideas and feelings associated with the words, and it adds to a work's tone and meaning. Think back to my ad. I used several words that carried a specific emotion. Can you recognize these words? The words like used, worn, and age all carry a feeling with them, and I think that might be why I'm not getting any feedback. This same concept can be applied to poetry. Let's check out After Apple Picking. At face value, the poem speaks of a man tired from picking apples. Simple enough, right? But dive deeper, and the connotations of words he uses paint a more vivid picture. Think back to the poem. Can you think of any words that have a strong connotation? What about the word harvest in the line, I am overtired of the great harvest I myself desired? Think about the denotation of harvest. What does it mean? What might harvest mean beyond its denotation? Beyond gathering crops, it has connotations tied to the fruits of our labor, the rewards we reap after hard work, and a sense of accomplishment. When the poet talks about being overtired of the great harvest, he's not just tired of apple picking, but maybe he's expressing a fatigue or contemplation about the broader challenges and rewards of life. Can you think of another word from this poem that carries a specific connotation? Think about the word cherish in the line, there were 10,000 fruit to touch, cherish in hand, lift down, and not let fall. What kind of connotation does this word hold? Another good question to ask yourself is, what emotions does this word bring up for you? Well, one could simply think of holding the fruit. Cherish implies much more. It speaks of affection, care, and a sense of value. When we cherish something, we treasure it. So when the poem speaks of apples that one might cherish in hand, it's not just about the act of picking, but the deep appreciation for each fruit, for each moment. Keeping connotation and denotation in mind, how can we revamp my ad? What words should we replace? And further, what should we replace them with? We want to make sure that the words carry a positive emotional meaning so more people will be interested in buying them. Let's see. Okay, here's how I reworded it. Vintage jeans for sale. Loved for just a year. Unique fade for a trendy look. Relaxed fit still holds its charm. Priced for its authentic appeal. I think this will be much more successful. The words vintage, loved, unique, trendy, and authentic all carry a positive emotion or connotation. I think this will do the trick. Why don't we take a look at our weekly preview while we wait to see how it does? This week, you'll be reading the poems Gathering Leaves and Nothing Gold Can Stay, learning about and writing a found poem, and examining connotation and denotation in Nothing Gold Can Stay. Oh, wow! I'm getting a lot of interest now. This goes to show that the connotation of the words that you use can be really impactful. Ooh, I think I'm going to have a list of buyers. Great work today! Your words carry emotion, power, and meaning. So, as you craft your poems, choose your words carefully and remember to always be clever.
Hey, hey.